Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to today's training. You are here because you are probably looking to learn how to create irresistible offers for your product or service, okay? And you want to learn how to do it fast. Maybe you're just getting started and you're just getting started creating an offer, or maybe you have an offer but you don't love it. You're not in love with it, and you're not super confident when you get on sales calls asking the prices that you want because you're not sure that the value is there. And I totally get it. I've been there myself. And I've worked with tons of other coaches and course creators. And one of the biggest things that holds people back in their business is creating an offer. Okay. That can cause a lot of analysis paralysis. And there's a good reason for focusing on your offer, because a great offer can really make or break your business. It's one of the most important steps when building an online business. But when you finally nail it, I can tell you that and you create an amazing offer, it can absolutely change your business and your life very fast. So in this live stream, what I'm going to be showing you is how to create insanely valuable offers in just a few hours instead of days or weeks or even months, using AI tools and a series of prompts that I'm going to be sharing with you. So these AI tools aren't going to actually create your offer for you. So I don't want you to think that's going to happen, but they're simply tools that are going to help you to perform market research very fast. And it's going to help you to give you some ideas on how to craft a more valuable offer. So I'm going to be sharing with you some details also around a 5-day workshop that I'm going to be hosting July 24th through the 28th, called Offers That Sells Workshop. And I'm going to work with you, all the people that register for this event, step by step through a series of exercises. And we're going to be using some of the prompts I'm going to be showing you today to actually build and craft an irresistible offer for your business. So if you're interested in that throughout this program or this training, you can drop the word workshop below, and I'll make sure and give you the details on that. But before we get started, I want to know where everybody's out. So please let me know where you are joining us from, and then what you're looking to get out of this particular training today. And if you are on Facebook, on the description of this post, there should be a link that you can click on. And when you click on that link, I'll be able to see your name when you actually comment on the training today. So if you can, click on that link so I can see your name, and let me know where you guys are joining from today and what you're excited about learning today. I'm going to take a little sip of water here while y'all do that. All right, everybody's going to be shy today, okay? All right, so before we get started, the first thing I want to mention before we dive in is that if you've been struggling to create your offer, you're not alone in that. Literally, it's a very, very common roadblock with a lot of the people that we work with. So it's one of the most important things that you can do for your business. So it's a good thing that you're focused on that today and you're here to learn some stuff around creating offers. And after going through today's training, not only are you going to learn how to use AI to help you to craft better offers fast, but you're also going to be able to see how I think about structuring my offers and the process that I go through when I'm creating offers for the first time. So who is this training for? Well, if you're an online expert and you're looking to sell products or services online and you don't have an offer yet, this is definitely for you. Or maybe you do have an offer, but you're not super confident in this offer and the value that it has in it, then this is definitely for you too. And if you're struggling to sell your programs, you're getting a lot of price objections, or people are just ghosting you after they hearing the price, my guess is that your offer doesn't have enough value, or the perceived value is not high enough. And so it's a good thing you're here as well, because this is also for you. And if you're just getting started in an online business and you want to learn how to create insanely valuable offers super fast, and you want to skip all the analysis paralysis phase, then you're definitely going to want to watch this training today. And also for anybody who's out there and you're crushing it with your offer and you just want to learn some cool tools and tricks to be able to create offers faster, then you guys are welcome too. But let me know in the comments what category do you guys fall in? Are you brand new and just getting started with your offer? If that's you, type in 1 in the comments below. If you have an offer, but you're not super confident in the offer and you want to learn some ways to add some value to your offer, drop number 2 if that's you. And then if you're somebody who's just out there, you're crushing it with your offer and you're just looking for some new cool tools and tricks to help you to create offers faster, then drop 3 below and let me know where everybody's at. I'm just super curious to know where everybody is with their offers and what you guys are struggling with. So drop those numbers in there. I'm gonna take another little sip. All right, so let me share my screen and we'll jump into everything and go ahead and get started. So today, what I'm going to be sharing is the 3 AI tools and prompts that I use to create irresistible high-ticket offers fast, ridiculously fast. So you can create these offers in hours instead of agonizing on them for days or even months and sometimes even years. So we're going to show you how to use AI to craft those offers really fast. And here's going to be the agenda for today. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the prompts that help you to quickly identify the best niche and avatar to target for your specific business. Then we're going to go into how to funnel hack your competitors in seconds using AI. Then I'm going to show you a series of prompts to help you to map out your signature solution. And then finally, we're going to show you a secret AI tool that's going to help you to make your offers even more irresistible. So if you're excited about that, let me know in the comments below, and then we'll get started. So before we get into it, you're probably asking, if you're just joining me for the first time, who's this Ron dude and why should I listen to him? Well, my name's Ron Medlin, and I've been I've started multiple 6-figure businesses since 2010. I'm dating myself a little bit. In 2016, I actually decided to take a little break from owning my own businesses, and I took a job for the first time as director of digital marketing for a PR firm here in Atlanta. I quickly learned that I did not like that, and I was almost unhireable. I felt like a caged animal there, and I actually got fired from that job. So then after a couple of months later, I started my third agency, marketing agency, serving yoga studios, helping them get more members. And that's really where I learned high level and got really good at high level. Built that to 6 figures in about 7 months. And then again, COVID killed that one. So had to start all over from scratch again. I actually was collecting unemployment for about 3 months after that last agency. And then I started my current business, started slowly, but my virtual assistant business and my coaching business. But I was able to grow that business to about $357,000 in 10 months using a Facebook group, a simple content plan. That if you've seen any of our trainings, you understand it's a very simple to execute content plan, and proven DM scripts and virtual assistants to help me do the DM outreach. So I say that all to not to brag to you, but I want you to know that you can literally change your life in a matter of months, both positively and negatively. I've had a lot of ups and downs, but when you get your offer right, that is the first step that's going to really catapult you to the next level and help you to make these changes in your life. So if I'm a very regular dude. I play cornhole in a cornhole league every week. I go to live music. I'm just a regular guy. So if I can do this, I promise you can too. So I've also been blessed to be able to work with 2 Comma Club winners during this period. And I've learned a lot from those guys like Marley Jacks, Steve Larson, Chris Weiser, the guys from FlowChat. And all of these guys, I've worked with the guys to help them to build out client acquisition systems for themselves and their clients. And I've worked with some really smart people over that time period. And I've learned a lot of things from those people. And they've trusted me to help them with those things. And I've just learned a lot from that as well. So that's enough about me. Before we jump in, I'd love for you guys to tell me if you're currently using any AI tools, and really, how are you using AI tools? I'm super curious. How many of you guys have kind of dipped your toe in AI? You might even be way more advanced than me on AI. I'm just getting started myself. So I'm interested to know, are you using AI and how are you using it most effectively? Okay. So let's get into today's training. As I mentioned, we got a 5-day workshop where we're actually going to build out and craft your irresistible offers over 5 days. That's going to be the 24th through the 28th. So if you ever want to learn any information about that workshop, just drop the word workshop below. And I actually built these AI prompts for that workshop. So I'm going to start sharing those those prompts with you now, and we'll get into the training. Okay. All right, so businesses are centered around solving problems, right? This is a quote from Alex Hermosi that is really the foundation of how we'll be using that we'll be using as our guide throughout this training today. The main goal of your business is to figure out how your product or service is going to help a unique avatar solve a specific problem in a unique way that reverses their biggest objection. So this is going to be the framework we use to build our offer today. So you can notice the first element here in this statement is unique avatar. So who is the unique person that you can help? So day one of our workshop, we're going to be working on this. And the first step of that is to actually understand or help you to choose and identify the market you want to go into. Now, you may or may not already have your market and your niche kind of figured out that you're focusing on, but so I won't spend a ton of time on that, but I do want to go into a few principles that you need to understand before jumping into any market. So there are three main markets that exist, really, and this encompasses really any market that you will go into. They're either health, wealth, or relationships. Now, these are really the three main human desires of the human condition. And if you think about it, any product out there really fits within these three main buckets. Now, within these three markets, you have multiple sub-markets, okay? So let me know what markets you guys are into. I'd love to understand, who my audience and what y'all are. Did everybody lose audio? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Somebody said lost audio. So let me know in the comments who your niche is. If you lost my audio, please let me know. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up or a one. Sorry, I guess you can't give me a thumbs up. Okay, everybody can hear me. All right, cool. So there's three markets, and then within those three markets, you have multiple sub-markets. And within each sub-market, there are tons of niches and sub-niches where you can go deeper and deeper levels of specificity. And one way to increase your value of your offer right off the bat is to get very specific with the niche that you're targeting, okay? So there's a reason that people say riches are in the niches. So I'll refer back to our quote. If your product or service helps a unique avatar solve a specific problem in a unique way that reverses their biggest objection, and then that instantly creates more value than just a generic offer that applies to everyone because of its specificity, okay? So let's jump into the actual prompts now, and we'll start going through how to help you identify your target audience, your niche, okay? So to give you some ideas about what market or niche you're going to want to go into, we can use AI. So these prompts you can use on both ChatGPT and Bard. And a couple of disclaimers here. A lot of y'all probably know this already, but the free version of ChatGPT only has access to old data. I think it's up to 2021. So take the outputs that you're going to get with a grain of salt on everything that we go through today. You got to go and do your due diligence. And then again, Bard has some pretty weird answers also. But again, we're just taking ideas here. You're not 100% believing everything you get back from these AI tools. Now, I like both of these tools because they're going to give you some different ideas. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to use ChatGPT through this training so that we can just go through a little bit faster. So let's open up the prompts, and then let's start plugging a few of these prompts into ChatGPT. And the first thing that we're going to do, these are very simple prompts, right? We're just basically going to get a list of niches. And I'm going to go into the wealth niche since that's my niche. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this simple prompt, give me a list of sub niches in the wealth niche. So I'm going to start a new chat here. I'm going to paste that in, and we're going to get a list of different niches that or sub niches within that. Okay. And then what we can do if we want to go a little bit deeper, let's just say I want to go into real estate investing and I want to go a little bit more niche than that. So I'm going to pop in that same prompt and I'm going to say, give me a list of sub niches in the real estate investment niche. Okay. And that's going to give us the sub markets within the real estate investment niche. Okay. So we got residential, rental property, fix and flip, vacation rental investing, wholesaling. I'm going to pick out wholesaling in here, and let's see if we can go even deeper in wholesaling. So I'm going to pop in my same prompt here, and I'm going to say real estate wholesaling. Let's see if there's any deeper niches within wholesaling. Okay. Let's see what we get back here. Residential wholesaling, commercial wholesaling, wholesaling distressed properties, virtual wholesaling. That's one that's kind of big right now. So you can see that we can go deeper and deeper in using these different, this particular prompt to dig deeper and deeper into the sub niches until we can get very specific on the one that we want to target. Okay. The next prompt I'm going to show you is actually one that will help you to identify your niche if you're just not sure about it. Okay. So basically, this is asking ChatGPT, I would like for you to help me pick out a niche. I would like you to pretend you're an expert consultant in helping people select a niche to build an online business. I would like to start a business with a digital information product or coaching. I would like to ask you, I would like you to ask me a series of questions so we can brainstorm together on a niche and I could start this business in. There are 3 criteria I would like us to use when analyzing the niche. First, it's an area I am interested in. Secondly, is there an audience which needs help? And then thirdly, there's evidence that they are prepared to pay for a solution. Please ask clarifying questions one at a time and hold your suggestions until the end to have all the information so you can help make a suggestion. Is this something you can help me do? So I'm going to grab that and then I'm going to paste it in here. And then ChatGPT should ask me a series of questions to help me to start uncovering the actual niche that I should go into, or that give me some ideas around that. Okay, so some of the things that you're going to have to do to refine this particular prompt is you want it to ask you these questions one at a time. So can you ask your questions one at a time? Okay. And then what are your personal interests and passions? Let's just say I'm going to name some of mine. So CrossFit, or I'm going to do cornhole. I'm going to do helping growing and monetizing Facebook groups, helping providing virtual assistance for DM or social media outreach. Okay, we'll just see what it gets back. So what you're going to do is now it's going to it's going to be basically keep taking asking me these series of questions. And then once you go through all the questions that it's going to ask you, it's going to start giving you suggestions on something, on a niche that you could go into. So I'm not going to go through all these questions, but this is a prompt that's going to help you to kind of figure out a good niche for you to go into if you're just totally clueless on what you want to do right now. So I'm hoping most of the people on that call don't fit that description. But if you are, you can use this particular prompt. Okay. So the next thing that we want to talk about, now let me go back to my presentation here. Now, once you know the niche that you want to target, it's time to do a little bit of market research so you can deeply understand what makes your audience tick. And then also we can do some competitive research to see how your competitors are positioning their offers to those people, those avatars, those customers. And you can now learn how you can make yours to start to stand out. Okay, so specifically, what we want to know about your customers is who they are, what's their current situation, what is their desired outcome or transformation, what are the obstacles or challenges that are keeping them from reaching their desired outcome, and then what are the different solutions they've tried in the past to fix this problem, and what are the limiting beliefs and objections, both internal and external, that are keeping them from buying or using a solution like yours. So let's head back over to ChatGPT and we'll walk through some of the prompts. Actually, let's go back to our prompts. We're going to go to market research. Okay, so here are the market research prompts. So just an example, for example's sake, I'm going to be pretending that I am a keto expert and I'm trying to sell a high ticket coaching program to busy moms. That's going to be my avatar. And again, this is just an example. So obviously you're going to have to sub in your niche and your avatar for these prompts. Okay. So let's actually grab the first prompt here, and we're going to ask, who is the target audience for coaches? Actually, we've already got our target audience, so I'm going to skip that one. And I'm going to go to list the 5 main challenges busy moms struggle with when it comes to losing weight. Okay, so we're going to go in here. I'm going to pop that in, and it's going to come back with the challenges that busy moms are struggling with. So time constraints, we know that they're moms, they've got children, they might even have a job. So there's a lot of constraints on time, lack of energy. All that stuff takes energy out of them. Emotional eating, they get emotional, they eat. And so they're gaining weight that way. Self-care prioritization, I won't read all of these, but you can start to see the biggest challenges that those busy moms are facing. Okay. So the next thing that we want to know, if we go back to our list over here, is their desired outcomes. Let's actually find that out. So what are some of the ultimate outcomes busy moms want to know or are trying to achieve from a keto diet, or really any diet in general? So, and you can, when you're doing this, obviously you want to use the copy button and paste it into a document so you've got all this information in one place. So busy moms want to lose weight. They want to increase their energy levels. They want clarity and focus. They want to reduce cravings and hungry. So you're going to get a lot of good information there that you can use when crafting your offer. Okay. So now we know what the desired outcomes are. The next thing that we want to know, let's go back to our document here. What are the obstacles and challenges? We've already done that one. Let's go back to our prompts here. What solutions or methods have busy moms tried in the past to lose weight that haven't worked? So I'm going to grab this. So this is going to tell us what they've tried that hasn't worked. So these solutions become kind of our old methods or enemies that we throw rocks at. Okay. So if you've ever watched Russell Brunson, anything from Russell Brunson, or read Expert Secrets, you know that a lot of the presentations or the marketing material that we use always has an enemy that we're going to throw rocks at. And that's typically like the old methods that they've tried in the past. And we kind of show why they don't work, and why our solution is different. So this is going to come back with restricted diets, fad diets, intensive exercise programs, meal replacement. So we've got a list of old methods that they've tried, old enemies that we can throw rocks at now. Okay. The next thing that we need to know is the false beliefs that keep them from dieting. Okay. I'm going to actually get more specific with it and say, list the 5 false beliefs busy moms have that keep them from trying the keto diet. Okay. So let's pop that in there and let's see what the false beliefs are. Okay. So fear of missing out on carbohydrates, misunderstanding of nutritional balance, concerns of food restrictions, belief that it's difficult to prepare keto meals. And then you can also do one for just dieting in general. So get some ideas on that as well. So what is the biggest false beliefs around that keep them from dieting? That's going to give you some good ones. So lack of time, deprivation of hunger. And then what we can do with these false beliefs is now we start to create the solutions that answer those false beliefs or reverse those false beliefs. And that's really where the value of the offer comes from, is packing your offer with things that reverse those false beliefs. Okay. So I'm going to paste in this prompt. We have our false beliefs now. Now, what are some solutions that we can offer to reverse these false beliefs? So this is going to give us some ideas on solutions that we could add to our offer to actually reverse these false beliefs. So time efficient meal planning. Again, they don't have time. So time efficient meal planning. Flexible, balanced approaches. Okay. Mindful eating and portion control. And if you don't like these, obviously you can say, hey, can you give me some specific examples of each? Okay. And then you can get it to tell you of some actual things that you can do to add to your offer, to add the value. So we're going to try to reverse these false beliefs. It's going to give you some ideas here. I won't spend too much time on that. I hope you guys get it. If you have any questions at the end, we can answer them. And then again, you can ask the top objections the same way, and then ask what are some solutions that I can add to my offer to reverse the objections. Okay, so that is market research. Now, the next thing that we want to do, now that we've got, I also want to show you this one. So if you guys are familiar with Digital Marketer has a framework that they call the before and after grid. And that's really how they get to know their audience or do their audience research. So I also have these prompts here that will help you to kind of figure out that before and after grid, which is a very helpful tool to come up with messaging and hooks and things of that nature. So let me drop just this in here real quick. So using digital marketers before and after grid, what do busy moms feel in the before state before trying keto diet, and what do busy moms feel in the after state? Okay. So this is going to give you some ideas of how they're feeling beforehand. So frustrated, overwhelmed, self-conscious, fatigued, limited confidence. Afterwards, empowered, energized, proud, motivated, and increased confidence. So this is going to give you, if you go through all these prompts from Digital Marketer, you're going to have a good visualization or idea of where they are, before taking your course or coaching program, and the desired outcome that they're looking to achieve. That's going to give you a very good idea of those two things. Okay. Now let's move on to funnel hacking. The second way to fast track your market research is by funnel hacking your competitors. So funnel hacking is defined as the process of strategically investigating the sales and marketing process of your competitors, which you can use to model and test within your own sales and marketing. So it's basically looking at what your competitors are doing as far as marketing, their funnels, their VSLs, their emails, their ads, and then using that as a model to create your own. Okay. So we can use, and you can do this when you are creating an offer. You can basically go through all of your competitors' funnels. You can buy some of their products. You can get on sales calls with them to see how they're positioning their offer so that you can create yours to stand apart from that. Okay. You can improve it because you know exactly what their offer is. Okay. So we can use AI to help us quickly funnel hack your competitors. You want to analyze, and then you want to analyze their ads. You want to analyze their different funnel pages, their VSLs, and their emails. I'm going to show you how to do that using AI. So to find out and then you want to basically look at and see what headlines they're using, what hooks they're using, how their offer is structured, and the other elements of the copy that will give you some insight on how they're talking to their customers and positioning their offers. Okay, so again, you want to analyze their ads. You want to also analyze their funnel pages, their VSLs, and their emails. So let's actually head over to ChatGPT and walk through some of the prompts to see what kind of info we get back. So I'm going to head over to the prompts here. I've got a few prompts for finding potential competitors, but again, we're dealing with older data with ChatGPT, and Bard just gives you some crazy ass answers a lot of the time. So I wouldn't put too much, emphasis on these prompts because you're going to get back some old data and some kind of weird stuff. So hopefully you know who your competitors are. You can use these prompts to try to see if you can uncover some of the competitors out there, but again, use it with a grain of salt. And then I want to thank one of our mastermind clients, Jared Williams, for creating this next prompt that we're going to be using to really hack our competitors' funnels, their ads, their emails. And so he came up with this. I've tweaked it a little bit. Also, feel free to tweak this once you've used it a few times and you kind of see what you're trying to pull out of the different pages and the different content. You can actually tweak some of these bullet points to maybe give you a better output. Okay. So the first prompt that we're going to be utilizing here, and they're basically the same thing. So I'm just going to use this first one. This first one is to hack your competitors' ads, emails, and VSL transcriptions. And the second one is more geared towards the funnel pages themselves. And it's basically the difference is the bullet points here. Okay. So I'm just going to show you how to use this one, and then we can move on to the next. Okay, so again, feel free to tweak these. The first thing that we want to do is we want to hack our competitors' ads. So I've got Frank. If you're not familiar with the Facebook ads library, this is basically where you can look at anybody who's running ads on Facebook and you can see their ads. You can click on those ads and you can see their landing pages. So this is a good starting point to really start to funnel hack some of your best competitors out there. Now, I tried to do this yesterday and I found one of Frank Kern's ads that I really wanted to use for this exercise, but if you click on one of Frank Kern's ads, he's always got an expiration date and you can't go back to that page once it's expired. So good on Frank. But I did scroll down to get this particular ad here, which is basically on YouTube ads. So what I'm going to first do is I'm going to grab my prompt here. And then what we're going to do is copy all of the prompt up to the colon here. And then after the colon is when we're going to add our text, either from our ads, VSL, emails. Okay. So I'm going to go back over to ChatGPT. I'm going to paste in my prompt. And then I'm going to go over here and grab this content here, the text content. And again, this is not going to be perfect. You probably need to tweak this prompt a little bit, but it does give you some useful information. Okay. So I'm going to paste that in here and I'm going to hit send and let's see what we get back. All right, so the hook. I'm giving away a brand new full-fledged YouTube ads course. Everyone in my social media formula class, let me know below and I'll send it to check you out. Copy or compelling hooks that stand out to you. The traffic I'm getting from YouTube is converting 250% better than the traffic I'm getting from social media. Didn't come up with any headlines because there's probably not any headlines in the copy, and I guess there's no bullet points in there. The customer challenges and pain points. The quality of traffic from social media is not as good as it is from YouTube. Okay, so that's an example of throwing rocks at old enemies. Okay, YouTube versus social media. Important keywords or phrases highlighted throughout to YouTube, social media, conversion, quality traffic. So quality of traffic, that kind of jumps out at me. They're probably talking about YouTube's quality of traffic is much better than social media's. Product or service positioning, YouTube ads course as a free bonus for a social sales formula class. Big promise or a big outcome, better conversion rates, dominating prospects' attention. Deliverables, YouTube ad training, and YouTube ads course as bonus for a social media sales formula class. And the unique mechanism is using YouTube ads to retarget leads. Okay, that's new. Retarget leads and traffic from your social sales formula class. Okay, so basically they're using YouTube ads to retarget leads that they get from social media. And again, you can definitely come in here and tweak this to give you a better outcome. Now, these two prompts you can also use on VSLs. And the way that you would do this is basically what I do is I go to the page that has the VSL on it. I open up otter.ai. I push play on the actual VSL, and then I hit record, and this will actually transcribe that video for you. And then you can grab that transcription and you can paste it in the prompt where we did the YouTube ad copy. Now, if you wanted to do it for funnel pages, what you can do is you can go to a tool called totheweb.com. You can grab any page, and this page will actually it will convert the HTML code into text. And then you'll have to delete some of the stuff that's like in the footer and in the menus and all that kind of stuff. But you can actually take that text and you can, again, drop it at the end of that particular prompt, and it will give you this, this table, and it'll give you a lot of information on how to hack your competitor stuff. So that's the competitive analysis portion of the prompts. Now let's go back to our presentation here. The next thing that we want to do is now we've got our niche. We've done some market research and some competitive research. Now we want to start building out our unique solution. So how are you going to actually solve this person's problem? What's your unique solution for that? So the first thing that we need to understand when you're creating an offer is how it actually helps your customers reach their desired results. So we're going to have ChatGPT actually create what we call the product roadmap. Okay, so this is your unique way of solving their problems. So from your markets research and really that digital marketer before and after grid, you're going to have a firm grasp on your market's current situation and their desired outcome, and then the different challenges they're facing. You should also understand, again, where they're trying to get that ultimate outcome they're trying to achieve. And then your unique solution becomes the solution that actually bridges that gap between where they are now and where they want to be. Now, this is going to be a series of steps that you guide people through, and hopefully they will earn some small wins along the way. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. Now let's actually open up the prompts again, and let's go through this, and let's use some prompts to help us ideate our product roadmap. Okay. So this first prompt here is basically write a 9-step outline for a course that helps busy moms get in shape using keto-based fitness plan. Okay. So I'm going to grab that. I'm going to come into ChatGPT. I'm going to paste that in here. And we use, let me go back to this for a second. We use, I didn't come up with this, a guy named Aaron Fletcher did, or I think he did. He probably didn't, but he uses a 9-step framework. There's basically 3 phases or stages, and then each stage has 3 steps in it. So that's why I'm using the 9-step framework. Doesn't have to be 9 steps if you don't have that kind of framework, if you don't use that framework, but it's a good framework to work from. Okay. So now let's go back to ChatGPT. Let's see what we came up with. Okay. So step 1, understanding the keto lifestyle. Step 2, setting goals and mindset, customizing your keto fitness plan, meal planning and preparation for busy moms, effective keto workouts, balancing hormones, overcoming plateaus and challenges, nurturing and supportive community, and sustainable keto fitness for life. That's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty good idea or map for a course or a coaching program. Now, again, this is just meant to give you some ideas. You probably already know the steps in your process a lot better than ChatGPT does, but this could give you some ideas that you didn't think about that you could add into your program. Okay. Now let's continue. Okay. So give each step a unique and catchy title. Okay. So this is giving us basically the outline. Now let's come up with some titles that we can use when we're marketing this thing. Okay. All right. The Keto Kickstart, Mindset Mastery, Custom Fit, Meal Prep Magic, Turbocharged Workouts. I might say, hey, can you make keto the main focus in each of the steps titles? Keto, a main focus. Let's see what we come back with that. Keto 101, unlocking the power. Keto mindset mastery. Custom keto fitness. Okay, that's a little bit better. But again, this is just to give you some ideas. It's not going to be perfect. The next thing that we want to do is we want to create a tagline for each title using the following format. Substitute the relevant data from the title for the brackets. Okay, so how to get desired outcome with measurable result without thing they hate doing in a specific time frame. So let's see what we get with this prompt. So now we've got our roadmap, we've got some titles. Now we're coming up with some headlines for each one of them, essentially. So how to ignite fat burning without guesswork, in just days, empower your mindset, lasting results. And again, you can go back and make keto a focus in these titles. But again, now we're coming up with some different headlines that we can use in our marketing for this. Okay, I don't want to bore you with that. All right, so now with each, let's go down to, now we want to give this course a unique title. So let me pop this in here. And let's come up with a title for our course. Keto Mom. Okay, so the Keto Accelerator. Give me 5 additional ideas. Okay. That's going to give you some different ideas for your title, for your name of your program. Now we want to write a short paragraph. I'm going to skip that one. You can ask the biggest objections to each step. This is going to be good for you to help you to start to understand what kind of solutions you can present at each step to actually add value to your offer. So I'm going to pop this in there. List 3 to 5 of biggest objections busy moms have to each step. Okay, so this is going to give you some great information on how to create different things that you can add to your offer to increase the value. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. And then you can also basically say, hey, give me 5 solutions that I can use to reverse these different objections. Now we're going to get into that in a little bit, but that is basically building out our product roadmap. So I don't want to spend too much time there so we can get, respect you guys' time. So now what do we have? We know who we're going to target. We know a lot about them. We're starting to understand what makes them tick, where they are now, where they want to be, the different challenges they're facing, the things they've tried in the past. Then we've actually crafted our solution. Okay. We've mapped out what we're going to be taking them through, the steps that we're going to take them through. Now we want to start packaging that offer up into something that makes it super valuable and irresistible. Okay. So let's talk first about product versus offer. Which one of these looks like a better deal? Okay. So you got $59 per month over here. You got $97 per month over here. Well, if you just look at these two and you're only looking at price, then lead pages over on the left might look like a better deal. But we know that that's not the case, right? Well, lead pages is really just focusing on selling themselves as a funnel builder. It's just a product. And a product, if you're trying to sell a product and you're competing on price, then you're just basically a commodity. Okay. There's tons of funnel builders out there. There's nothing really that sets them apart. But Russell Brunson, he's a great marketer. So he packaged up his funnel builder, ClickFunnels, into not just a product, but an irresistible offer. And he did that by adding software, extra courses, templates, scripts, other software, some add-ons, and all of these different things that he added to his offer were meant to reverse the false beliefs or objections around purchasing the software and using a funnel builder. Okay. So that's how he structured his offer. It's not just a product, it's an offer. Okay. So how you package your product or service is really the key to increasing the perceived value and shifting the value exchange in your favor. Now, when you do this right, the value is going to outweigh the price that you're asking for, and then all of the price objections are going to disappear. And as long as you're charging prices where the value outweighs the actual price, then you should be making sales. Okay. All right. So here's our quote again. And now we're going to start focusing on, we've figured out who our unique avatar is. We've figured out the specific problem that we're going to help them with. We've created our unique solution to help them solve that problem. Now we're going to start building it in a way that reverses their biggest objections. And that's how we're going to start to build value for the offer. So now we're going to start packaging your offer, and we'll begin that process by nailing down your core deliverables. Now, if you guys have read Alex Hormozi's $100 million offer, this is a graphic that comes from that. And it essentially gives you all the elements that you need to kind of think about when you're trying to build your delivery or your fulfillment of your program. So when you're creating your offer, you're going to go through these elements and you're going to start to plan out your deliverables. So how can we use AI to help us with this? So are you going to do one-to-many? Are you going to do one-to-one? Are you going to offer do it yourself? Or is it going to be more of a done with you or a done for you? And so you'll go through this delivery cube and you kind of map out what the core deliverables of your program are. Okay. So to do that, I've actually found a pretty cool tool called Copy Coach Ed. If you've never heard of this is kind of the secret sauce I've been talking about. I've dropped my affiliate link here. If you want to check this out, there's actually a 3-day trial that you can use for this exercise, and then you can just cancel it. But this thing's pretty awesome and it keeps getting better and better. And it's only $97 right now for a lifetime. So it's a pretty good deal. But basically it helps you to create copy that's specific to different marketing frameworks that have been created by some of the best marketers out there. So some of the marketers that it has their frameworks in there is Alex Hormozi, Russell Brunson, Ryan Deiss, Frank Kern, just to name a few. So I'm going to open up Copy Coach Ed, and we're going to use it now to start to build out our core deliverables or give us some ideas of core deliverables. So I'm going to go over to Copy Coach Ed now. We're going to go to Coaches, and then we're going to go to Alex Hermosi, and we're going to be focusing on the Grand Slam. So this is basically, how we can actually figure out some ideas around our core deliverables. So basically what I'm going to do is just, all you have to do here is fill out one specific question, and it's going to come back with a bunch of ideas on your deliverables. So I'm going to pop in, busy moms losing weight from keto diet. And sorry, let me get that out of there. And then I'm going to hit submit. And this is going to give you some examples that you can use as your core deliverables. So bundle name, the Keto Kickstart Kit, that'll shave off pounds without spending hours in the kitchen. So the delivery vehicles. So one-to-one coaching, a one-to-one keto diet orientation where I explain how you can plan your meals. One group or group call, keto meal prep workshop where you'll get learn to batch cook keto meals. This is done with you. One-to-many, access to a library of quick and easy keto recipes. That's DIY. Mini, one-to-many, pre-made shopping list for each week of a diet plan. So you can see how you can get a lot of ideas on how you can create these different bundles that you can add to your program to make it super valuable. So these are going to focus on different outcomes. So this is like basically your kickstart. This is going to be for family friendly. Obviously, you have to have, if you're a busy mom, you need to create family friendly recipes. And if you're trying to do keto, that's probably pretty difficult. And then keto on the go if you're busy. Okay. So it's going to look at a lot of different aspects of your avatar and then what they're trying to achieve. And it's going to give you some ideas here. So I think that's going to give you some great ideas to kind of just kickstart the ideation process. All right. So that's our core deliverables. Now, once we have our core deliverables, now we start building our value stack. So you're going to start to stack the value of your offer, and that's really when you're going to start making irresistible. So to do that, you need to understand your customers' false beliefs and objections, which we went over a little earlier, but we're going to do it again, that keep them from buying the things to offer that you can offer to crush those false beliefs ahead of time. So again, this comes from Alex Hermosi's book, $100 Million Offers, but it's basically a simple formula to think about when adding value to your offers. So most objections and false beliefs, basically what this formula is doing or tells you to do is you want to increase this top part as much as possible, and you want to decrease the bottom part as much as possible. So you want to make big, bold claims about the outcome. You want to increase the perceived likelihood of their achievement through guarantees or social testimonials and video case studies and things of that nature. And then the bottom part, you want to get as close to zero as possible. So you want to reduce the time that they need to take to actually get the result. And you want to reduce their effort and sacrifice that they have to put into it to actually get the result. So most of our false beliefs and objections around buying something is really centered around the bottom parts of these equation. Okay. So either you're going to think it's going to take too long, or it's going to be too hard, or it's too expensive. And that's what really keeps people from buying. So the thing we need to focus on when adding value to our offers is bringing this bottom part as close to zero as possible. So now we're going to go into it a lot deeper. We're actually going to go through this and go into this a lot deeper in the Offers That Sell workshop. But we can use AI to get some ideas about the false beliefs or objections that are out there. And then we can come up with some solutions that we could use to eliminate those objections as a result and increase the perceived value of our offers and really just start to make them irresistible and make those price objections disappear. So again, these are only ideas, but let's head back over to our prompts, and we can start going through. We did this a little bit earlier, but I want to go through this again. So let's say, what's the top 5 beliefs busy moms that keep them from dieting? I think that's a better one for this. But you probably want to do this for dieting and your more specific keto diet. So again, we are figuring out the false beliefs. And then what we'll do once we have those false beliefs is give me a list of 2 to 3 potential solutions for each false belief that could offer solutions to these false beliefs. Okay. So now we know the false beliefs. Now we want to reverse those false beliefs with things that we can add into our offer to increase the value. Okay. So I'm going to let that finish. Actually, I'll just stop generating here. And then we're going to say, all right, let me try that again. So let's give the list the 5 top beliefs, false beliefs. Let me refresh here. All right, 5 false beliefs busy moms have to trying the keto diet. Okay, so we're getting our false beliefs. And let me grab the other prompt while we're waiting on that. Okay. Now we've got our false beliefs. Let's figure out some solutions that we can offer to reverse those false beliefs. So meal prepping, we're going to get a lot of the same stuff that we got earlier. And then if we want to get a little bit more granular and get some very descriptive ideas, we can use this little prompt refiner here. And we'll pop that in there once that's done. And we'll see what we get back. Okay, so it's getting a little bit more specific with the solutions that it's proposing. So again, this is just going to give you some ideas. You might go through here and not like any of them. You might love every single one of them and use in your offer. And by adding those items, those things into your offer to reverse their biggest false beliefs and objections around time it's going to take to get the result, around effort and sacrifice it's going to take them to get that result. And that is really how you craft an offer. Okay. So we went through a lot today. We talked about how to figure out exactly who you're going to go after, your avatar, your market. We told you how to do some market research around those people to really understand, where they are now, where they want to be, the challenges they're facing, the things they've tried in the past that haven't worked, their biggest false beliefs and objections. And then we built out a product roadmap for a potential course or coaching program that we can be the kind of the core, the foundation of our offer. And then from there, we've tried to figure out, okay, so now let's start to package this offer up in a way that makes it more valuable. And that's where we figured out what the false beliefs are. And then we used ChatGPT to also figure out some potential solutions. We figured out our core deliverables, and that becomes the packaging that we wrap our main product around that makes it more valuable, that makes it irresistible. So who here is actually tired of struggling with your offer and just wants to get it created in a way that you feel good about it, you're confident in charging the prices that you want and you deserve for it, and you just need some extra help to get there? If you are interested in that, drop a 1 below, and I'm going to share with you some information or the workshop that we're going to be going through. Yes, there'll be a recording. If you actually marked yourself as going, we'll make sure you get the replay and the prompts. So if you also want the prompts, just drop prompts in the comments, and we'll make sure you get those as well. So if it's cool, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the content, the offer creation workshop, and that's going to be July the 24th through the 28th at 2 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a 5-day implementation workshop. And we're actually, the goal of that workshop is to have you a irresistible offer by the end of it. So it's a 5-day action-oriented workshop to create an irresistible offer for your business so you can finally charge the prices that you want and that you deserve. Okay. I know a lot of you guys are stuck on your offer and it's just keeping you from moving forward in your business. So by the end of this workshop, you're going to have an offer. So we're going to do live creation and implementation. I'm going to give you a workbook that's going to help you to kind of keep everything organized, and you can kind of take baby steps towards creating your offer. There's going to be no guesswork. I'm going to show you exactly step by step how I use what the process that I use whenever I want to create a new offer to pack them with so much value that price objections are going to disappear. There's going to be zero fluff. This workshop is pure implementation. So starting day one, each day we're going to go through some strategic exercises that's just going to get of some little baby wins. And then that is, by the end of it, the goal is to create an offer your customers can't say no to. So I'm also going to show you how to do rapid offer creation process. We used a lot of those prompts today. And here's how it's going to work. So day one, we're going to be identifying your unique avatar. We're going to go a lot deeper than we did today. Day two, we're going to do some marketing competitor research using AI. So a lot of the stuff we talked about today, but some additional things. And then we're going to map out your signature solution. This is going to be a little bit different than what we talked about today. We're going to map out that signature solution. And then I'm going to show you how to simplify that solution so that you can present it to customers, because simple sells. Okay. So if you're trying to present the full product roadmap, that's not the way to do it. I'm going to show you how to simplify that so you can present it in a way that's going to sell and convert your leads into customers. Then we're actually going to go through a lot deeper what we talked about today around offer packaging. So I'm going to show you how to pack your offer with so much value that it's really hard for your clients to say no to. So once we have your offer, day 5 is all about how to turn your offer into new clients. So this is also the things that's going to come with this workshop. You're going to get lifetime access to the offers that sell replays and resources inside of my school platform. I'm going to create a course in there where you can access it at any time. You'll have instant access, and you can come back and watch those replays and get all the resources at any time. There's going to be lifetime access to the offers that sell Facebook groups. So you can come in there, you can ask questions. The next time the workshop comes through, you're free to, observe and check everything out and see what everybody else is doing. You're going to have lifetime access to the Group Profits community. So that's our school. This is where we have a bunch of other online experts that are trying to grow their businesses using Facebook groups. So if that's interesting to you, there's a lot of free courses in there as well that you can get access to just as being part of this workshop. And then the resources that are going to come with us. You're going to get all of the prompts. I'm going to give you the prompts today anyway, so don't worry about that. But you're going to get the 5-day implementation workshop with me. So we're going to be working side by side to build your workshop. We're going to stop, put a timer on, and we're going to go through these different exercises so I make sure that you actually do these things. Then I'm going to actually give you my daily slide presentations. So you'll have access to that, so you can come back and review that anytime you want to understand, what you need to be doing. If you miss some of the principles, you can kind of review that. You're going to get a workbook that's going to take you step by step through these exercises and help you keep it all in one place so you can review it at any time and really, be able to map that out. And then you're going to get all the prompts. And then you're also going to get our power offer template, where once you have this offer in place, I'm going to help you create this social media post, an email, all these different things that you can actually push out to your audience to see what kind of response you get back and see if you can get some sales from that. Okay. So the price of this thing is going to be $197, but you can use code OFFERS150 before July 19th, which is next Wednesday at midnight, and you can get involved for only $47. So if you're interested in that, you can either go to this page, basically gohighticketnow.com/offers-workshop-checkout, or you can drop the word workshop below. That's workshop in the comments, and I'll actually send you some information, and we can discuss, any questions you might have. So that's it for the actual presentation. I will stick around and take some questions if you guys have any. I know that we went pretty fast, so I'm going to make sure and stick around and answer any questions if you got them. If not, we can end it for the day, but happy to take any questions. Okay, here's one question I see. I have never used ChatGPT nor AI. Is there something I can go explore to be prepared for the workshop? Honestly, you don't have to know anything about ChatGPT or AI. Everything that you need is in that prompt document, and you basically just copy and paste. It'll tell you the instructions, and then you go copy and paste in there. Yes, I will be sending out the replay, so don't worry about that. We'll make sure you get that, and we'll also make sure you get the prompts after this. Any other questions? Any other questions? Is this included? Yes. Everybody that's in the mastermind gets all my workshops. That's included. So yeah, you'll have access to the workshop. You can come watch live. You can do everything. So yes, yes, we do use the prompts with both ChatGPT and Bard, and I highly suggest doing that because you're going to get some different feedback from both of those tools, and it's just good to compare and contrast. One might give you a aha moment that the other one didn't. So I would definitely use them both with both tools. Any last questions before we jump off? Can you put the link back up? Here, I'll drop the link into the comments. And you can also say workshop, and we'll make sure you get that too. Link to join workshop. I'll also drop the coupon code in here, 150 coupon code to get $150 off. All right, so I just I will send you out the prompts. So I just sent that the link to the checkout for the workshop, but we'll make sure you get the prompts and the replay for this. Any last questions? All right, if that's it for the day, then we'll call it for the day. But thank y'all so much for joining. I know y'all are all busy people, so I'm really honored that y'all would stick here with me for the past hour. I hope it was super helpful. Let me know if you guys need anything. Otherwise, we'll see y'all next time. Peace.